Welcome to the channel. Here, we provide clear, actionable insights into the complex world of tax and accounting to help your business thrive.
So we've all seen the headlines about a potential government shutdown. But what does that actually mean for you when it comes to one of life's certainties, your taxes? Let's get into it. Yeah, it's a super stressful situation, right? The government might hit the pause button, but your financial deadlines? Nope, they're still rolling. So what in the world are you supposed to do? That's exactly what we're going to do right now. We're going to give you a clear, no-nonsense guide to which IRS services are still up and running, and which have basically ground to a halt. All right, first things first, let's get a handle on the big picture. How does a shutdown really hit the agency that's in charge of collecting all the nation's taxes? You might be picturing the IRS as completely empty, like a ghost town. But it's a little more complicated. About 54% of the staff is actually still on the job. But here's the catch. They're only allowed to do things that are considered essential, and that drastically limits what they can actually do for you. So this is probably the most important thing to remember. A government shutdown does not shut down the tax law. It's still in full effect, which means your responsibilities as a taxpayer, they are completely unchanged. Okay, so that brings us to the question that's probably on your mind right now. Let's just tackle it head on. The deadlines are getting closer, the government's in chaos, so it's only natural to wonder, do I really still have to file my taxes? And the answer is a big, clear yes, absolutely. All those deadlines for you, for businesses, for employers, they're all still in effect. There are no extensions just because of a shutdown. All right, so you have to file. But what about paying? I mean, if the government can't pay its own bills, surely you get a break, right? You'd think so, but nope. The answer here is another hard yes. Believe it or not, the IRS is totally set up to accept and process your payments, whether you do it online or mail in a check. There's no grace period for paying what you owe. Okay, so you still have to pay up, but what about when the tables are turned? Are they still going to pay you? We're talking about your refund, of course, and this is where things get complicated. So here's the deal. The IRS is still sending out refunds, but there's a massive but here. It's like there are two different highways. If you're in the express lane, meaning you filed electronically and set up direct deposit, your refund should process automatically, no problem. But if you're in the other lane, filing by paper, or if your return needs a human to look at it, well, you're about to be stuck in a serious traffic jam. Okay, so what if you hit a snag? Or you just have a simple question. Is there anyone at all, who can help you? This table really tells the story, and you'll start to see a pattern pretty quick. See, anything that's automated or digital, like the website, the apps, it's mostly good to go. But the second you need a real human being, whether it's on the phone, in an office, or even just to read your mail, you're pretty much out of luck. Live phone help is almost non-existent, and all in-person centers are shut down. And if you want to see just how serious this is, just look at this official notice from the Taxpayer Advocate Service. I mean, this is the office that's literally designed to be your last line of defense, your advocate. And they're saying flat out, we're closed. No one is here to help you. To really get a sense of the damage a shutdown can do, we don't have to guess. We just have to look back at what happened during the last big one. Because the problems, they don't just magically disappear the day the government reopens. So this number, 5 million. What is that? Well, that's how much unanswered mail the IRS was buried under when the 35-day shutdown back in 2018 and 2019 finally ended. 5 million pieces of mail. And this timeline here, it just shows how long the hangover from that shutdown lasted. It ended in January of 2019, right? But look, a full year later, in January 2020, the IRS was still digging out from under that mountain of mail. The disruption doesn't last for weeks. It can last for years. In fact, the National Taxpayer Advocate at the time said it would take, and I'm quoting here, at least a year for the agency just to get back to business as usual. That's the real ripple effect of a shutdown, a year-long echo of chaos. Okay, so let's boil this all down. What are the 4 things you absolutely need to remember? Number 1, file and pay on time. Period. No exceptions. 2, go digital. Seriously, e-file and direct deposit are your best friends right now. 3, stick to the automated tools, irs.gov, the apps, that's where you'll find reliable info. And finally, number 4, just expect delays. If you need a human for anything, it's going to be slow. And all of this really leaves us with a much bigger question, doesn't it? Because let's be honest, this isn't the first shutdown, and it probably won't be the last. So as we're all trying to figure out our own tax situations, it's worth asking, as these shutdowns seem to happen more and more, how can we protect these essential services, the ones that impact every single one of us, from getting caught in the crossfire of political gridlock?